So, there's a few things we're going to cover today. We're going to cover some trick shooting, including aerial targets. We'll toss up some targets, see if we can hit them. We're going to shoot an apple today. I'll need a volunteer. You all decide amongst yourselves who that's going to be. We're going to do a little historical lesson as well. We're going to cover just the liability, because we got some kids out here. What you're going to see today is real archery. Arrows are capable of killing. One of the bows I'll be using today, which I'll cover here in just a second, is capable of spitting these arrows out at 130 miles an hour. About 190 to 200 feet a second. I will have a live assistant down at the target holding targets for me. Do not try this at home. The reason why is even if my assistant, anything inside about 20 to 25 yards, it's about the distance from here to the edge of my tent over there, even if she knew the millisecond that I was going to release, there is no possible way she could ever get out of the way. Her reaction time would not be fast enough. This is real archery. For the adult kids, don't try this at home, go to the neighbor's house. Right. 3 bows we're going to cover today. A little short bow called a rebellion. This is not my stabilizer. This is the peace offering my assistant gave me this morning. Go figure. It pulls 44 pounds, capable of spinning a 420 grain arrow out at about 190 to 200 feet a second. Well, turns, that's about 127 to about 134 miles an hour. We call it 130. Very, very quick bow. It's made by Stick Bow Archery. It's made by a boyer named David Ruff. That's me. Second bow we're going to be using today. I call this my ugly stick. This is a piece of osage and bamboo that was put together in hopes to make a bow for somebody that was going to come and buy it. Until I picked it up and started shooting things that fly. It's very, very accurate. I fell in love with it, and as you can see, I never did finish it.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Pulls about 45 pounds. Full class hunting weight bow. The last one we're going to shoot today is an English longbow. It stands about 76 inches tall when it's unstrung. It pulls about 93 pounds. We will be shooting this bow today at full draw into the target. We'll be doing it with English war arrows. English war arrows weigh about 2.5 ounces. This bow is capable of pumping them out about 150 to 160 feet a second, producing a tremendous amount of energy. We'll cover that in the history part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 warm-up shots across the pond. You see a multi-colored target behind me. Where I'm shooting is about 62 yards away. So we're going to go ahead and shoot that target down there. What we're looking for is we're looking for a nice arrow flight, clean flight. You can see the arrow actually twist, and hopefully I'm going to connect down to that target. We're connected just to the left of the pole, just to the left of the target. What I'm mainly seeking right now is I'm seeking arrow flight. Why? Again, I'm a hunter. That's a 62-yard shot. That was a deer I was upper left, the lower left, or the lower right.
Upper left.
Upper left? We can do it. And I'm assuming you want me to hit the X, right? Wow. That's close. That's close. Okay. Lower or... Now you see why she gave me the peace offering. Alright, the first shot that I'm going to do is called a low cross shot. What that means is I'm going to get down on the ground. I'm going to hold the bow really low. Well, why am I doing this? Are you ready? How is that?
Close.
I'll explain why I just did that here in a second. We like to play a little game here. There we go. There we go. Now, if you notice, the first arrow is right next to the next. Here. What I just did is just tip the side of that balloon and kind of move it. Because she likes to move my target for me. Sometimes in the show, she'll sit there and move them. It's my job now to start pinning them in so I can stop the target and actually hit it. You notice the first shot just brushed the balloon. The second shot popped the balloon and landed right next to the balloon. We're also going to invert the bow. Well, what happens when we invert the bow? Arrow wants to fall off of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to use what's called string torque. That means we're going to torque the string a little bit to hold that arrow up against the bow. Well, what happens when you do that? You torque the string, that torque has to go someplace, right? It goes up into the limbs. It degrades accuracy. It can actually become so bad that the string at full draw is going to come popping off the bow, and the bow's going to come back and smack me in the head, and you guys are going to sit there and clap, right? Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and invert this bow, and we're going to go ahead and draw it. We're going to try to shoot this balloon. It's very important in hunting because deer and other quarry that I hunt never, ever come in on the right side of the target. Well, actually they do. They come in on the right side, they come in the left, they come in the back, they come in the front, but they never come in the way that you really need them to come in when you ground stop and you're not baiting. So this is very important. I can actually sit there and hide behind something. I can turn around and I can get around target. I can, less exposure that I have to the animal, better chance I have to eat that night. That's what we're going to do down here. Look something. Yay! How many people know the difference between a right-handed and a left-handed bow when it comes to shooting film? A couple people here. Well, let me explain real quick. A right-handed bow has a shooting shelf on the left side of the bow. Left-handed bow has a shooting shelf on the right-hand side of the bow. That's because of that string torque. If you pull, you're torquing that arrow back into the bow. Left-handed. Back to the string torque. What happens? The arrow wants to kick out. Well, the Mongols actually solved this problem because they shoot on the quote-unquote wrong side of the bow versus American and European archery. What they did is they shot in the Mongol style. They shot on the opposite side of the bow. They also used an upside-down cross. Just like that. What happens? You get that string torque going back again for you. Hold the arrow up against the bow. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to shoot a right-handed bow, left-handed, upside-down brace, and we're going to try to hit a balloon. If any one shot actually makes me nervous about having somebody down line, this is it. Why? Because the whole dynamic of the bow, the way that you hold, instinctual, is screaming wrong, wrong, wrong. Don't tell her that. The next shot I'm going to do, we're going to mix it up a little bit. We're going to do what's called a Saracen shot. Anybody know what that is? Nobody? Alright, so here's how they did it. They actually ride along, they turn around, flip over backwards, take an upside down, back-breaking cross shot. Now, here's what's going to happen. This arrow's going to fly off this bow at 130 miles an hour, make 2.5 twists down towards the target, hopefully popping the balloon. If that happens, it is not only amazing, but applause is both appropriate and customary. If, however, I stand over there and this arrow comes flying off this bow at 130 miles an hour, making 2.5 beautiful twists in the air and strikes her in the leg, or when you see me bend over here, you hear a pop, see me fall to the ground right in the pain, holding my back, applause is not appropriate. But strangely enough, it's really customary. Here's what it looks like. Oh, you guys can't see. I'll come right over there. Now you can see. You guys nervous? So when you're doing that, you're looking at the target upside down. You're bent over and your brain's going, what are you doing? Alright, we're going to shoot it. On these targets with a low net, unfortunately, my targets are going to be falling, which means I have to shoot at a target that isn't there. I have to intercept that arrow coming into a target that's falling and accelerating. It's actually rather impressive, or more impressive doing it this way because I'm not shooting at a stalled target. We're going to go ahead and try it. Let it just a little much. Yeah, you can see how much energy is actually imparted on that 1.5 pound. I'll be able to expose the balloon inside of it. There it is. Oh, we're not done yet.
Keep it coming.
I'm going to hit the blue. to do it the easy way or the hard way?
Hard way.
Okay, we're going to do it the hard way. What I mean is you got a circle. The easy way is going to be on the sides. The hard way is across top. Okay? Do you want me to hit the upper hard way or the lower hard way? Lower hard way, blue you said?
Yeah.
Can do. Lower blue hard way. Now see what this is. Okay, lower blue hard way.
Oh.
On the line. Go. Actually, folks, I'm not really an archer, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn last night. So there we go. There's a few things. Hey, I don't leave your show. Pardon me. I got it. There's a few things I want to ask you. First thing I want to ask you, come up, shake my hand if you liked the show. Tell me what you liked about it. Tell me what you didn't like about it. Tell me what you want to see in the future. That coupled with the second thing I want to ask you. If you liked the show, and I'm going to put my basket out there. If you can put something in it, thank you very much. If you can't, I understand we're in hard times right now. Either way, can't put anything in it, come up, say hello, shake my hand. With that, enjoy